Alright, this morning I got up. It is completely snowing like crazy. There's like 14, I don't even know how many inches of snow. I don't even know if 14 is even possible. But I woke up this morning because I had to go see a movie. Clint Eastwood supposedly has directed like 36 movies in his career, and he's got a new one that came out this past weekend. If you've heard of it, 1517 to Paris. This movie is the best worst movie of the year. I'm going to be talking more about it in the future. If you have not seen this movie, I don't want to tell you to spend your money to go see this movie because of how incoherent it is. But it was so bad it was good. I was laughing. My biggest disappointment is the fact that I went in the morning and I just had coffee and me and nothing else, but oh well. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me on this new episode of the After Show, the live stream, where we talk about all the stuff from this past week. I had 4 videos that came out. We got that Migos video, had some comments on that. Sundance, specifically Hereditary. A lot of people are hyped with Hereditary. Really glad that I was able to inform some people about it, but more so, I just want you guys to see it. Like, I want you guys to see it just so we can talk about it. The Phantom Thread video, and then also, of course, the Cloverfield video. As you know, the after show is brought to you by Patreon. I got all my cool patrons over there who for just $1, again, that's the whole point of the show right here, to just promote the Patreon, that for just $1, you really help the show out. There's a bunch of cool things that go on over there, like the Cloverfield video. There were some extra snippets that I cut out. A lot of people were talking, why didn't you mention this? Didn't really fit the video that was already going like 18 minutes long. If you're a patron on Patreon, for just $1, got those extra snippets over there. I got a longer version of the Sundance video. I got a bunch of other stuff that if it doesn't make the final video, but I still want to talk about it, I'm going to be putting it over there for the patrons. So you get like bonus videos. I'm going to try to get you guys stuff earlier as well. Some polls, a bunch of other stuff. But the biggest thing is the movie trivia show that I want to bring back. Like this, it's probably the funnest thing I've done on this channel, and I haven't done it in a while, and I figured the best way to bring it back is for the patrons, not only for them to watch it live, but to be on it live, and all of that is for $1. We're almost reaching that goal, so if you're curious, go check out the Patreon over there. Help support the show because it really does help. But if you can't, if you ain't got no money, you ain't got $1, that's cool. Welcome to the show. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, whatever you do to help the show. I appreciate it, for sharing the videos. And a reminder right here, as I pull it up, there is the live chat that I have going on, so if you have anything to say, definitely say it right there. I'll be answering some Q&A stuff in a little bit, but let me get into some of the stuff that I had. So I did a Migos video, which for those of you who aren't aware of the Migos, hopefully maybe this got your attention. You've all heard Bad and Bougie, for the most part. If you've heard Bad and Bougie, you know who the Migos are. And the Migos had an album that just came out that was like 24 tracks long, and a lot of people were bashing it. And it's true. I found it interesting because it's like they did 24 tracks, which are a lot of tracks, but it's like you could just skip over the tracks. You know, like when people like do something that's bad and it's like, wow, you're doing something malicious. Doing extra work isn't really the worst thing in the world. Were the tracks all great? Absolutely not. But what I covered in the video was, and a lot of people do already know why it was so long, it's because of the streaming stuff. A lot of people understood that. They got that it was, you know, the more songs that you have on an album, the better it is for the streaming sites. Just like with YouTube, that's why you see those 10-minute something videos. It helps the videos out. Some people did comment because I had mentioned that they were mumble rap. I didn't call them mumble rap. I said that a lot of people dismissed them for being mumble rap. For those who said they weren't mumble rap, yes, they are. There was another thing that I had brought up as well, because it was still riling off of the Bruno Mars things, which again, some people think I hate Bruno Mars. I don't hate Bruno Mars. I just think that the way that he goes about the business perspective, and if you see that picture that I had posted in the video of how he has all those people behind him, it's business moves. It's like when people talk about the Oscars, you know, it's like everybody wants the movie to win the Oscar. They care for the Oscar. The moment it doesn't win the Oscar, who cares? It's just all business stuff. Same thing with the Grammys. Everybody wanted their artist to win. Artist doesn't win. It's all a business thing. But it is. They all are. Like, just because your favorite album or your favorite movie doesn't win the award for whatever it is, doesn't mean it's not going to be your favorite at all. It still remains your favorite. Another thing that I had, Sundance. If you guys have any questions on the Sundance video you want to ask me live, definitely do that. I'll be like checking it like that. But obviously the big 3 were, for myself, Hereditary, Sorry to Bother You, Search. I'll do it in reverse order because it's weird. Search is my favorite, but the one I always mention when someone says, how was Sundance? It's Hereditary. I love Search. I don't want to say more about it because I don't know how much they're going to give away. I say go in as blank as possible because to me it was just an eye-opening experience, just, you know, just watching it, not knowing anything about it. But sorry to bother you, Insane. Also can't say anything about that. But I can talk a little bit about Hereditary because that trailer's out. I've seen Winchester. Just saw a movie called The Ritual on Netflix. Insidious. 50 Shades was also a horror movie. This is the best scary movie you're going to see in 2018. If you're a horror fan, this is your year. I know a lot of people didn't like It Follows. I know a lot of people didn't like It Comes at Night. They thought that was too slow. They thought The Witch was too slow. Hereditary lives up to all the hype you're going to be hearing about it. Let's see, Antonio says, is Hereditary an Oscar contender? I do believe it is an Oscar contender. In my opinion, right here, this woman deserves it. That's the best thing about it. You know when you're seeing a horror movie and like some teenage girl dies or whoever dies, you don't care about them. Like you really do not care about them. You're like, oh, that was a brutal kill. You're more concerned about the kills. You're concerned about these people. Alex, the naked brother Alex who's in this movie, when things happen to him, I literally don't know how he didn't have post-traumatic stress disorder after this movie. What this movie does is that it's so crazy, yet so grounded at the same time, you get scared and laugh at just with the characters. Like the characters will see something and they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this. And they try to like walk away, but it follows them. It's the best movie. Comes out June something. If you're going to South by Southwest, which I'm still trying to see if I can go over there. If you're in Texas, you need to watch it. Other than that, because it is going to be at South by Southwest. Other than that, it is going to be premiering in June, and I'm going to make a video of it, obviously, for sure. Definitely check it out. It's super dope. It is going to be the best horror movie if you are a big horror movie fan. Let's see. How do you feel about Johan? Oh, why you got to bring that up, man? Yo, Johan Johansson. Have you seen the Red Sparrow trailer? When it starts off and it just goes, and I know a lot of people attribute the thuns to Inception and Hans, but what he did, this is like from the heart, what Johan Johansson did with the Sicario score, my buddies and I, we thought that was fantastic. Like that, half a meme, because it's like we used it anytime something happened, right? It would just be like, hey, so did you like this movie? No, I thought it was great. Boom. There's that bum that he has in that specific Sicario score that to me is up there with Jaws and the ba-dum. The dude, it sucks. I don't know if you guys know why he passed, but I mean, he's young. Like that's a really young age. He had a lot of potential still coming with him. I mean, it sucks, but it's gonna suck not having him there. Arrival, Prisoners, everything he did he's my favorite director. Villeneuve's my favorite director, so anything that he did with him was amazing. Name a movie that you found to be very overrated. The one that always comes to head is Boyhood. I don't hate it. I just do think it's overrated. How scary is Hereditary for someone who is new to horror? Okay, I'll wrap this up and then I'll go to the Phantom Thread video really quick. The movie is so messed up. Some people thought it was kidding. I wasn't kidding when I said my girlfriend was shaking, crying when we left the theater, right? When we left the theater, there were girls crying and praying, hugging each other. These are facts. This is the thing. Some people aren't going to see Hereditary opening weekend. Some people are going to be talking about it in August or in September and be like, oh, it was lame. That wasn't even that scary. It's always those people, you know, after all the details are out there, going to be like, yeah, it wasn't even that scary. Forget those people. Yeah, you're going to get messed up. Name a meme. The Tide Pod. What horror movies are coming out this year? Nothing else matters but that one. Hey man, love your videos. I watched the one about Dave Chappelle and I disagreed. Don't you think he left because of the Illuminati? I don't think it's... I said this in the Cloverfield video. If the Illuminati is the most secret society, then how does everyone know their secrets? I don't say it's the Illuminati. I say whatever, you know, Hollywood, whatever society you want to say it is. Yeah, it's part that. I bring that up in the video as well. So I'd say... check the video out again. Maybe we'll discuss it a bit more. What do you think about Birdman? I love it. My uncle directed it. My cousin shot it. I love horror movies, but the wifey has become a chicken for them. I saw the preview and really want to see it. It's going to take me a lot to convince her. You know what, Alex? If I go to Texas, I'll go watch it with you. The Fly, I thought it was fine. It just that body horror. Oh, the body horror is going to mess you up for sure. Star Wars or Star Trek? Firefly? Let's see. What do you think of Benedict Cumberbatch as an actor? He's alright. He's good. Benedict Cumberbatch isn't so much an actor as he is a persona. How tall are you? I'm very short. I'm 5 something. I'm getting a sense you are recommending Hereditary. A little bit. It's not misrepresented like The Witch or It Comes at Night. No. That's what I'm saying. Some people went to It Comes at Night and loved it because of like the metaphor and what it had to do with it. They're going to adore this movie. I think this movie does it better. This movie does it better. For those who hated It Comes at Night because they're like, oh, it didn't deliver. This movie over-delivers. The first 25 minutes has something that's going to mess you up and you're going to be like, how am I going to recover from this? The movie says you're not, because here's 3 more. Let's see. When you just want to chill, would you rather rewatch a movie you love or take your chance on a new movie? It really just depends. If I just want to chill, I'm probably just going to watch a comedy show. That's usually what I go for. Whether it's rewatching something or something that I haven't seen, it's usually comedy. I go for the genre to relax, which is comedy. Do you have a favorite horror movie franchise? I go back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween. Really dig those too. Has A24 ever let us down? A couple of times. Look through A24's thing. You'll be surprised with what they actually have on there. You excited for Isle of Dogs? Definitely. Firefly, that's a great answer. Will Hereditary be a classic horror movie 10 years from now? Yeah. And we'll be talking about it at the end of the year as well. Is Hereditary on the same level of messed up as Mother? Since Mother was fine, but I wouldn't say it was as horror as a diehard horror fan myself. It was more of a wow, WTF, not like scary, you know. No. This is like, it's legitimately scary. And the ending, yeah. No, it's scary. It's good stuff. What did you think of the ending of Super Dark Times? But you can't bring that up when I'm making a video this week on it. Thoughts on Overlord, aka Cloverfield 4? I made a video on that. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. I had this literal epitome, like towards the end of the video. I'm excited for it. I'm going to see it in IMAX. Whatever comes out, I'm there. What did you think of The Ritual? Secondary channel, my twin, he's a cartoon. He made a little video on it. A lot of people are hating me over there because they don't understand the difference between explaining a movie where you're not giving it props. You're kind of saying how it didn't work. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought the atmosphere was fantastic. Story falls apart. Think about it. He's trying to get over his friend who died. Look at how it ends. Excited for A Quiet Place? Beyond. I'm willing to go to Texas just to go see it at the premiere a week early. What about anime? Do you like? I don't watch that much anime, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. Will there be a Power Rangers sequence? Not sure what that means. What is your favorite anime? Again, give me some recommendations. Did you know they're actually Halloween, Michael Myers comics? I didn't know that. But if they're good, let me know. Thoughts on the Evil Dead series? They can't be fun. I haven't gotten into the whole Ash stuff because I know that crosses over with I believe he has it with Stars. So I think they're good, but I'm not like a diehard fan like I know a lot of people are. I personally have never been a fan of A24 movies. A24 is now cranking out just something unique every year. Have you ever seen My Entire School Sinking into the Sea? Is it worth watching? I haven't. So if someone has the answer to that, let us know. You're hyping up Hereditary so much. They ain't paying me. A24 ain't paying me. This is like free service for them. I paid to go see the movie. Probably going to pay to go see it again before I pay to go see it when it's released. Should Hereditary be the first horror movie I've seen in 5 years? Yeah. Yeah. Just on a side note, I know it has nothing to relate to this, but have you ever seen the TV show Dollhouse? Bro. Also watched all your Clover videos on this channel and your second grade I love Dollhouse. Yeah. No, like yeah. Dollhouse was like one of the first shows that I binged on Netflix. I like it a lot. How do you feel about Black Panther? I think most people will see it as a generic Marvel movie formula, but a lot of black people who probably never read a comic MCU are taking it out of context. Perhaps. I'm not going to speak about the movie until I watch it. That's what I do. That being said, y'all need to listen to that album. Y'all need to listen to that album. It's insane. Let me get into a couple of other things right here. I also had another video for Phantom Thread. I did get a couple of comments on this one, some which I thought were pretty funny. So I'll go through some of those right now, give you guys a little thing. As you can see right there, I had a guy who said, guys, this movie is what I like to call fake deep. Which I found interesting because, look, if you guys are like aware with my channel, I don't care if we disagree. That's fine. Like, we're going to disagree. That's dope. I will always say it. Let's disagree. That's cool. But let's discuss it. This ain't no discussion. How's it fake deep? I'm cool if it is. It's fine. I can see you finding it boring. But I don't know. I don't get how it's fake deep. In my opinion, the ending was an allegorical representation on how we humans embrace toxicity in order to achieve happiness. Now, I know someone's going to look at that and be like, yo, that's fake deep. No, I think that's actually... That's what makes the movie super interesting, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. Just going through the comments. Yo, it was my second favorite movie of the year for a reason, and it does things like that. It does things where you're looking at it. You don't have to be a dressmaker. You don't have to live in England. You don't have to be this, like, however old he is, 50-something-year-old guy who hasn't been married, and then crazy stuff happens when he brings a girl into his house. That connections that you feel between two humans, the way that they interact with each other, the way that he finds happiness in, like, the craziest way. That's what it's about. Oh, I like this one. This guy isn't intelligent enough to get this movie. I'm actually not an intellectual. I haven't caught up with Rick and Morty. I'm not that much of an intellectual. No matter how many slick PowerPoint presentations, my PowerPoint presentations are good, first of all. But again, yo, you can call me dumb. I don't really care about that. Sure, call me pretentious, call me whatever. But you know, I'll have a discussion. Sheesh. I like Phantom Thread. I'm bringing it up again, going through those comments. But Phantom Thread is my second favorite movie of the year. Just give it, if you guys haven't seen it, give it a chance. I really love it. I think it's fantastic. There is one more that I had, and that, of course, is not this one right here. Let me go back to it. Y'all know what it is. Cloverfield. If you're watching this, I'm hoping that you have seen Cloverfield. I'm a huge Cloverfield fan. If you didn't see the video, I'm a fangirl about it. I'll admit it. I love the franchise. I love the series. That being said, I also don't. No, the movie. Oh, what the heck? The last one wasn't that great. I'm not gonna be that guy who is like super biased to the point. I'm gonna be biased in my own opinion. Obviously, like I'm a fan of the franchise. I'm gonna support it. But in terms of like the last one being good, that ain't good. To me, it goes 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think it's a very good movie. Cloverfield, all the commercials that they had to it, the artwork, the behind the scenes, and then maybe Paradox. That being said, I think it still brings a lot of interesting things to the table and things to discuss. And there was a couple of comments that you guys had to discuss. Let's see. I had this little dog. What is going on? Why won't this thing load? One more second. This is what happens when you do a live show and you don't have like an assistant or something to somebody help you. Let's see. All right. Got this dog right here. He said, hey, you took my tag route to World War II theory. Bro, I ain't gonna spoil it here in case you haven't seen it. If that happens, what I bring up in the video about how Cloverfield 4 or 5, if they take it the route that I said, I expect royalties. Or at least free tickets, like to a premiere or something. Bold Futura, hahaha, that's the font they're using. When you play with fonts, Bold Futura is the company that is in Cloverfield. It's one of the companies that's in there, so I thought it was very clever to use the font, and well, someone got it. Cloverfield Paradox takes place in 2028, not 2030. I found this one really interesting because this guy complained that my audio sucked and then quoted me, but the movie tells you that they leave in 2028. Then a guy literally goes, oh dear, we spent 694 days up here. Math is a thing that still exists in this timeline, and that would put you at 2030. Let's see. It annoys me that these Cloverfield sequels don't start as Cloverfield sequels. They are their own movie and are nearly finished, but then they're suddenly linked to Cloverfield, which makes the lore universe seem quite sloppy, and it all doesn't link. Look, I bring that up in the video. Yeah, that is going to be an issue for a lot of people. It's an issue for me in some movies, like with Paradox. Sometimes you can tell it's forced in there. If you Google or if you're on Reddit, there was a post on Reddit from a woman who actually saw the screening. It was a test screening for God Particle before it became Paradox. God Particle. She said she saw it. It was the same movie. No Cloverfield at all. No stories from the guy's perspective. The husband's perspective. You know, the one that was like super darkly lit. The guy who's only acting on the phone because that was clearly the lowest budget. Yeah, she brings it up. They're their own stories. I mean, you either go with it or you don't. I'm hoping that the standalones still work in and of themselves. But what is interesting to me is someone brought up a concept, and I couldn't find it again in the comment section. But someone said, isn't that the point? Isn't that sort of the idea where they're picking up these scripts and then adding Cloverfield into it? Just like, without spoiling too much, the timelines that were their own timelines until the Paradox happened and Cloverfield got shoved into them. Just something to think about. I thought that was pretty cool. Everyone, the X-Men series has the most confusing movie timeline in history. Cloverfield Paradox, hold my fear. It's going to get more confusing, just you wait. My theory is Cloverfield is going to be the next Marvel Cinematic Universe. Cloverfield started the cinematic universe. I really don't know why people need all these how do they connect videos. It's really not that hard if you pay attention while watching the movies. Not saying I'm such a smart person, because I'm not, lol, but come on. This is, as someone who makes like a lot of explain videos, something that I always get from people who go like, well, I got it. And that's, of course, that's good. Guess who else got it? Me, the guy making the video. Like, obviously, it's not explaining to you like, hey, you didn't get it, you need me to tell you. I make the videos, to be honest, first and foremost, not because I want to explain it to someone, but because I want to talk about it. I feel like for a majority of the videos that I make, it's not to like tell you, hey dummy, you didn't get the movie, let me tell you what it's about. I like doing the extra research and stuff just to bring something more to the table to discuss. My favorite thing is, and I hopefully it comes across in the videos, especially with the Cloverfield one, I know a lot of other people bring it up. I think I brought some other stuff to talk about as well, but the main thing is to talk spoilers about it. Is to just get into it and like discuss things dealing with the movie in and of itself, and you know, nerd out about it. So that's why I make the explain videos, to kind of like bring a community together who love that exact thing. Do you really have to say the company like a beaner? This again goes back to Bold Futura. I find this interesting because I remember back when I did a video and I had mentioned Lin-Manuel Miranda, the guy who did Hamilton. Lin-Manuel Miranda, because you know he's Puerto Rican. Right? If y'all saw Hamilton, if y'all saw his other one, In the Heights, which is all about Puerto Ricans, the dude's Hispanic, and he takes pride in his heritage. It was so funny seeing a bunch of white girls explain to, it's not Lean, it's Lin. Bold Futura is how you correctly say it. Does it sound weird to you? Cool. Do you want to know what sounds dumb? You saying Bold Futura. Actually, the first came out in 2008, not 2009. Now, this is an interesting one. I'll always be quick to admit when I'm wrong. In my belief, it takes place on a Friday, which is what they say in the movie, on May 22nd, which in 2008 would not fall on a Friday. It would fall on a Thursday, so it would be 2009. I don't think that's, I mean, with everything that they open, it could be whenever, but I can see why. The movie came out in 2008. A lot of people believe it came out in 2008. According to like the research and the ARG that I've done, I see it in 2009. Let's see. This one was interesting. I had mentioned the Twin Towers in the video. 3 towers fell during 9/11. His one from you just fine. Building 7, the one that no one knew. Yeah, pretty much I bring this up because this guy tried correcting me saying that there was 3 towers. The 3rd tower being Building 7. It's not a tower. It's in the name. It's a building. Pretty sure Harold and Kumar go to White Castles in the Cloverfield dimension. Yeah, everyone knows that. This one. My goodness, y'all see this right here. Let me see this right here. Look at this thing right here. I bring this up for one reason. Your overall analysis is good, but there are several little errors that make your general conclusion wrong. Can't name all the little errors in your analysis due to time. Proceeds to write a freaking 3... This is just a conversation I want to have with you guys, so I'll open up the chat a little bit more over here. Oh, just to bring this up, he said because I had made a mistake that it was wrong. He also makes a mistake by saying that Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane had the same director when they're not the same director. So it's weird to say you made a mistake. So I'm going to say that your overall conclusion is wrong. But if you got something to say, just say it. Don't say like I ain't got enough time and then actually put all this. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. However, Cloverfield, I love it. If you want to discuss more about it, go into the comment section. I'm trying to read as much as I can and just talk about it over there. It's dope. It's one of my favorite franchises. I love it a lot. I'm glad that they're adding to it. The last one, as a movie, wasn't the best. The marketing was crazy. I thought it was really cool. I'm excited for Overlord. Can't wait to see what it is. Other than that, I'll use the rest of the time that I have right now to talk about some of the stuff that I have coming up, as well as answering some of your questions. Like I said, as a reminder, this show's all about the Patreon thing right there. For just $1, you can go over there. Got some extra snippets that I add, some bonus stuff. We're trying to get back on that movie trivia grind with you guys participating, live shows. It's going to be really, really dope. If you're a patron already, feel free to like share it, talk about it. And even if you can't support, that's completely cool. If you just want to tip one time, there's a thing called a super chat, which for these weekly videos that I've been doing, covering the past stuff, the videos that I made throughout the week, as well as answering your questions, there's also a tipping option there. If you ain't got no money, that's cool. You know, just watching the videos is a lot of help. Liking, commenting, and sharing. Don't forget that. Those things really do mean a lot as well. But again, as always, if you want to support me on Patreon, that's always a thing. If not, We can still talk movies in the comment section. We can talk movies right here in the live chat. Let's see. Am I the only one who didn't think that the ending of... Where did you go? To another dimension? Did you watch the short film titled Strange Thing About the Johnsons by the director of Hereditary? If so, what did you think? I think it's freaking insane. And yes, I have seen it. And everyone else should watch it on YouTube. And then come yell at me for telling you to watch something as jacked up as that. Favorite foreign film? The Secret in Their Eyes is one of the ones that always comes to mind first, so I'd recommend that one. They dive deeper into how, during young Michael Myers, stay at the different situations. Interesting, I don't think that's about me. Are you excited for Annihilation? I am stoked for Annihilation. I cannot wait to see, and I love the behind the scenes of them saying, yo, this is going to be too smart for audiences. We're going to have to, we're going to have to cut this. And he went, no. And they're like, well, then we don't really want to push a movie. And he's like, screw it, I'd rather it die with me. And I'm like, yo, that is dope. I'm not the biggest Ex Machina fan. I respect it, but I respect him. The guy who made the movie, him not wanting to change it. That's crazy. That's dope. People like that make me lose faith in humanity. Did you hear about Daisy Ridley Cloverfield 5 movie? Is it true or just a rumor? I have not heard about that. Maybe they're going to take the Cloverfield universe to a galaxy far, far away. Have you watched BoJack Horseman? And if you have, can you do a video about it? Oh, I have several videos. Definitely go check it out. Go check out, plug right here for the Intercut podcast. That's my podcast with my buddy Zach, the Intercut podcast. We always make BoJack references. So if you like BoJack, go check out the podcast. But I have a couple videos on BoJack as well. One on the titles and one on season 4 and some of the deep stuff that... Watch BoJack Horseman if you guys haven't seen it. Huge fan of it. I love the streams. Thanks, Marco. Thoughts on the works of Ricky Gervais, Extras, The Office. Maybe this isn't a popular opinion. I would think it is. I think Ricky Gervais' best work is at the Golden Globes. Because I think he does stuff best live with people like hating him talking. Have you seen Raw? If so, what did you think of it? I have an ending explained on that as well. You can go check it out. I think it's disgusting. I think it's crazy. I think it's a very interesting movie. I don't think the metaphors work as strong as they think they work. But other than that, I mean, if you are okay with body horror, then definitely go check it out. Let's see. What do you think of the casting of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker? Is this an actual thing? I haven't heard anything about that, but if that's true, I'm all for it. I don't see how it would work, but yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is dope. He's already crazy as it is. Have you seen Kung Fury? Yes, I have. Not the biggest fan of it. Do you think it should be bright, serious? And what did you think of the movie? I like it. I write notes down, right, for like anytime I see a movie on my notepad as well. I have some things to say about Bright. I've said I might make a video on it. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone claims it to be. Favorite YouTube channel? Double Toasted is probably who I watch a lot, but they're not really like YouTube based. They have YouTube stuff. They're more of a podcast. The New Bad Robot Coma film is possibly actually Cloverfield 5. Could be. That'd be dope. Have you seen the show This Is Us? I have not seen all of it. I've only seen like half of the first season, but I know what happens in the new season with the first episode. But it's pretty good. I'm a huge Mandy Moore fan as well. Watch Remember is the best movie alive. What do you think about Black Lightning? Does it seem like a blaxploitation show? I'm waiting for the season to end. This thing looks... It does look like blaxploitation. It looks crazy. It looks weird. It looks so unintentionally funny. So I'm just going to wait for the first season and then maybe I'll make a video on it. Have you seen West Side Story? The old one? Yeah. I don't agree with this new one that they're trying to make. Favorite classic film pre-1970? 12 Angry Men. Cloverfield, Pacific Rim, Shared Universe, Dimension, Rip, Strand, Monsters prequels to Before the World Came. Yo, I'm down for that as well. Lord, why did he write a novel? Have you seen Fury or done videos on it? I think I did a video on Fury, but I cannot remember. I think it's a good movie. It's the better of the Ayer films. Thoughts on the Venom trailer? Saw it by accident. I love the memes from this. That he's been shaking about. John's made a video on it. I caught it on Twitter. I don't know. We'll see. Have you made a video on Mr. Robot? Not yet, but I'm catching up on it. What TV shows are you currently watching? Altered Carbon. Like, I want to recommend it, and I don't at the same time. The story's crazy. I just think some of the execution's a little CW sci-fi-ish. Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. He accepted it. Well, that's dope, dude. Well, look at this. I do these live streams, and you guys are the ones informing me. What are your thoughts on disaster films? They've been trashed lately. My girlfriend's a sucker for them. Like, that's her guilty pleasure. And it's my mom's too, but they suck. recently. What is your favorite Romero zombie movie? I know Dawn of the Dead, a lot of people go for the remake, and I do think that the remake is really good, the one that Snyder did. I do think I'm one of the ones who think Snyder gets a little bit more hate than he should, but I'm gonna go with the original one because I've seen a lot of recent movies, and I don't want to spoil them, who take the exact same type of ending or play off of it. When is a movie or TV show a ripoff? When they pretend that they're the ones who made it, and you can clearly tell because these filmmakers forget that they have an IMDb account that people can check. Do you think No Coherence? What do you think of the movie? That movie's insane. I think it's a fun movie. There's a lot of mistakes in it, and that's my biggest problem with it, is that it's not as coherent as it thinks it is. There's a bunch of boom, like the mics are actually in the shots, and when that happens, kind of makes me, you know, second guess why I'm watching this movie that's all about like the little details. So yeah, wrap it up here. Cloverfield is bad. Bro, take your negativity somewhere else. Please make an in-depth review of Bright. I still have to see it completely. I might just. Double Toasted video on the Taylor Swift lawsuit is one of my favorites. Yo, Double Toasted's hilarious. Mr. Robot Talk will do. How are you? I'm great. How are you, Eddie? You ever check out some of Robert Altman's work? Yes, I have. I've been going through a lot of the Criterion stuff. That's when I was getting into him. Mr. Robot is so good. Please do Mr. Robot. I guess I had to do Mr. Robot. Do you watch AMVs? Not sure what that is. Have you seen the OA on Netflix? I did. I almost made a video on it, and I don't know. I didn't finish it. Cloverfield or Black Mirror? If you haven't seen Black Mirror, then why? No, I love Black Mirror. I'm gonna pick Cloverfield though. But Black Mirror is better. Black Mirror is better, but I'm picking Cloverfield just because of my bias. How much do you follow comics? Yo, I fell off recently. I like to catch up with the graphic novels at the end of the year. I hate that because I was that guy who dropped in like so much on the weekly issues. But I do. If you have any recommendations, definitely let me know. I need a Cloverfield anthology series where it's completely different but ends with an alien eating every time. Yeah. If you were to make your own movie, what would it be about, and would you cast as the actors? I'm having Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm just filming Jake Gyllenhaal. And it'd probably be a thriller. Jake Gyllenhaal eating. Which movie will win the Oscar? Which should win the Oscar? I think Phantom Thread's the best movie. I think Three Billboards might win. What do you think is going to be the best superhero movie this year? Better be Black Panther. I am excited for Black Panther. Are you going to work on a vid about Breaking Bad? If I can think of something new to say, then yeah. Or something creative. Favorite screenwriter? I am a sucker for, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Social Network, West Wing, all those stuff. I think he's great. Please do a video on Joyner Lucas. He is lit AF. Maybe. One of my favorite videos from your channel are the ones about the Christian film industry. My question to you is, what do they have to do to increase their quality of making better movies? Look at both perspectives. Gaza 3 is coming out. Doesn't do that. When it comes to horror movies, CGI, practical effects, or both. Anything that's done right. It's simple as that. Best special effects or CGI ones are the ones you don't even notice. So, have you ever watched anything from Michael Haneke? Definitely. Both Funny Games, which is the same movie, are fantastic. Amor, Koch, I think he did Koch. That one's fantastic. And White Ribbon. I haven't seen the newest one though. I just started watching Breaking Bad. So why did the guys Armin Paradox write messages? Because they needed something to explain the movie. How do you feel about Death Wish? White liberals are calling it alt-right propaganda, but I've seen plenty of black people and Hispanics who support it. That was weird. That makes no sense to me because Death Wish is a movie from the 70s. I'm excited for it. I don't know about the propaganda stuff, but it looks good. What would you do if you could make your own Clover film? Watch my video. That theory that I said at the end, that's what I would do. Have you seen Patterson? I do. I love the beginning and the ending shot, which is in the poster. Have you seen any updates on the online game for the Cloverfield Paradox? Not yet. Aaron Sorkin, that's the guy. Thoughts on Wes Anderson? He's quirky. Best Twilight Zone episode? The one with the faces. Everyone knows that one. I think that's like one of the best ones where she's pretty, but she thinks she's ugly. What director would you want to see make a comeback? I'd say Spike Lee. I'm curious about his upcoming film. Director make a comeback. I'll see. Yeah, I guess I almost saw Spike Lee movie at Sundance. Maybe. Favorite Villeneuve movie? Enemy. DC Dark Knights is going right now, and it's really good. I'll have to check that out. Robot Season, are you excited for Ready Player One? I am. Favorite horror movie? Right now it's Hereditary, and I've yet to see Fargo Season 3. Other than that, if you guys have any other questions, you can find me on Twitter, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, find me, of course, on YouTube right here at the A to Z Show. We could talk more. Just send me your questions if you ever wanted to talk about movies. If you DM me, if I miss it, I try to respond with as much as I can. So if you have anything, then definitely just comment on the videos, send me a direct message, follow me on Twitter, all that stuff. I try to keep the conversation if it's about movies and stuff like that. But other than that, like I said, if you want to support me on Patreon for just $1, that's why I'm doing these shows right here. You can head on over there. Just $1. $5 gets your names at the end of every video. So if you have like a dumb name, you want to be called the Cloverfield Monster, toss that in there. I'll put that as well. But you can go support me over there if you're willing. If not, really, just sharing the videos, just commenting, just being right here on the live stream, highly appreciated. And for all the patrons who've been supporting, we're so close to starting up that trivia game. For you guys to be in it, it's going to be crazy. I'm really excited for it. But other than that, look forward this week as I start talking about the best in January. I'm going to try to do a wrap-up of months with things that I watch because I watch so much stuff, but I know I don't always cover it all of it in direct videos. I'm going to talk about a super dark movie on Netflix with a theory that I have that is so crazy. I don't see how it's not true. And then a little bit about rappers and McDoubles. But until then, thank you guys for checking out this live stream. You can follow me, like I said, on the A to Z Show on pretty much every platform. We can talk more over on Patreon if you want to support me, or we could just, talk in the next video about movies, music, and anything else that's out there. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.